I'm Jesse Chase, and this is How Horses Think. Today we're going to be working with a very green young dressage horse who's struggling a little bit with his canter departures. He has a little bit of a mental anxiety, somewhat of a physical issue because he's not strong, he's young, he's got some work to do. But mostly what we're going to do is just work through the procession of events and my expectation on that canter departure. So when I start, I want to be able to position this horse. I want to be able to put his left hind leg up under the cinch or deep underneath his body. I want him to be able to elevate his shoulders, and I'd like to keep a little bit, just a reasonable amount of inside bend. And I'm going to work through these procession of events, but if at any time one of those order of events falls apart, we're going to school that. And we don't want to keep this horse under pressure for very long. So what I'll do is, I might do a couple kind of where I prepare everything for that canter departure, but then I just relax and walk away. So I'll lean back onto my outside pocket. Come on, big guy. And I want to be able to slow his front feet and just accelerate his back feet slightly with my outside leg. That's pretty good. So everything right there was ready where I could have asked for that canter departure, and I didn't. I just walked away, let him get a little more relaxed. You'll see when we do one, he wants to get a little bit tight. So again, we'll do that order of events, get everything ready. He very quickly and easily got into position, so we're probably ready to go ahead and pull the trigger and lope on one. The longer it takes me to get them in position, the less likely I'm actually going to take that canter. The other part of it is I'll use a kiss. We can always omit that later once the horse understands its job and gets confident. But I'm going to use a long, slow kiss, and what I want that kiss to mean is we are about to lope. My body position will be in place, he will be in place. I'll give that kiss, and then I will try and lift this horse to that canter, where one big mistake people make is they try and send that horse forward to that canter. Well, that throws the horse off balance, throws them off their feet. A lot of times they're leaning forward, looking down, checking their lead while they're trotting along really quickly. So we want to take that all out. We want this horse to actually lift and then try and go forward. Let's go ahead and set another one up. Ready for my long, slow kiss. And he got tight, so I checked him there. He tried to surge, and he tried to be a little strong, so I'm just going to set it up, and let's try again. And I never got to the point of lifting his leg, because the kiss made him tight. And then leg. Good. Had a little quick trot step in there, but that's not too bad for where we're at. Now another thing that's really important to me, I'm going to break him down, he got tight again, is that I continue to ride that canter departure until this horse is in the canter I want. A lot of people, they'll feel that horse lift their back, strike up, take the first side of that canter, and they quit riding. I want to ride him all the way into the one I want. Let's set it up again, and kiss, and canter. Very good. I'm still riding, my leg's still on. There I feel him relax a little bit. I'm going to relax my leg away and let him have that canter a little more. One thing that really can cause a lot of anxiety working that canter departure is people have a tendency to throw their horse out of position trying to get to that lead. So they're either really trying to pull that shoulder away and riding sideways like this and trying to twist that horse back. Well, he's not in a good position. He's not in a position where he can use himself. So you're going to be creating a lot of anxiety doing that. The other thing we see a lot is people know to position that hip to the inside, but then when it comes time to canter, they ride harder to the inside. Where if you see what we did was we simply positioned that horse where we wanted him, and then we rode forward in the position we were already in. Good boy. Very good. A really, really important factor in this is that sort of crunching of the brain where you're putting that horse into a position. He feels more contained. Horses are claustrophobic by nature, and when to let him out. So really, really important. If I set everything up for that canter departure and he gets right where I want to be, I'm sort of obligated to roll on forward and canter, or I can just release, let that horse relax out of that position. I do that quite frequently, actually. If I feel like that horse is too tight, he's under too much pressure, what I have to say to myself is, well, we need to practice getting comfortable, getting ready for that canter. So I'll put everything in that position. Oh, I lost a little forward, ride him up. There we go. Good. He's nice and relaxed. I very easily could have taken that canter there. I didn't because he got stuck sideways. It took too long. We do not want to keep them held in that position, pushing them sideways, sort of building that tension like a steam engine. You're adding that energy, you're positioning in it, and if you don't get out, they'll get tighter and tighter in their brain, and they'll feel like they're going to explode. So don't stay there very long. If you do, you're actually punishing your horse for waiting too long. Get him in that position. Good, good. And relax and walk away, or put them in that position and kiss and get to your canter. Good boy. And that's how I work my canter departure. The canter position relieves some of that mental anxiety this horse has about it, letting him think his way into what I'm asking him to do. And then the reward is that release of pressure, even if it's not as much physically. There's a big strain when we're on the brain that we're going to relieve as he goes into that canter we want.